Alright, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna have an install here on Vortex. I was forced to do this because my Power Commander 6 decided to take a shit on me. At least I think it did. I hope it did, or I just wasted a lot of money. Sorta. I mean, I needed to upgrade to the Vortex anyway. Yeah, so this is a 2022 Raptor. If anyone's watching this for an informational reasons, this is a 2022. Got the Vortex, got a DBR Racing mounting bracket. Got both of these from PeteHager.com, so you guys can do the same. He has there's an option on there to pick a custom map, so you can go ahead and tell him we got done your bike and get a custom map put on the ECU before it's sent out to you, which makes it nice and easy for the customer. He goes through Jay at Illinois Power Sports. Jay does a great job, and he's got these things dialed. So yeah, we already got a map on there for the RP pipe. I'll go ahead and crack these things open for you guys. Yeah, the last ride I tried to go out, and I was gonna make a video out of it, and the thing was kind of just popping and sputtering a ton. And I hopped off, and it found out that the intake boot popped off on the engine side. And I popped it back on, figuring that was the issue, and it just was not running right since. And I disconnected the tuner, the Power Commander, thinking that might be it, and then sure enough, it was running fine after that. So upgraded the Vortex. They're a bit more pricier, but they are worth it, you know. Oh man, look at that, fancy. So I believe these come, well, they have to, I guess. They come with their own mounting bracket, but they're not the best. And spending this much money, you want the thing to be protected. All right, here we go. Now I can actually use two hands. Oh man, dang, it's quite smaller than I thought. So I guess you just plug her on in. You don't gotta do no wiring. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here's the factory mounted bracket that comes with it. Quite flimsy. Quite non-protective, I will say. That's why you gotta get yourself DBR. Alright. We got stickers? Do we got stickers? We got a business card. Alright, well, here we are, boys. Here's the cage. Here's the mounting plate. It's gonna go something like this, I'd assume. Looks pretty slick. Got the cutouts for all the adjustments. I guess the frickin' slider in. Close it up. Yeah. Alright, so now what I'm doing right now is pulling off the harness to the Power Commander. Now it looks like I'm gonna have to remove the airbox, because that is what that bolts to, and that'll free up and take off the cage of the battery as well. That'll free up some space to see where our connections are, and all our mounting points. Okay guys, one thing to note here, I was told to check my VDC on the TPS sensor here. So to do that, get your multimeter, stick your positive into this here is your TPS sensor plug, and this is the actual sensor here. You adjust that to adjust your throttle position. So I got my positive probe on the yellow wire on the middle, negative probe on the negative terminal of the battery, and I'll just show you guys. So you want it, I was told you wanted to read 0.690. Now Jay from Illinois Power Sports said that. He said make sure you're at 0.690 on the VDC for the TPS sensor before we put this thing on. So that's what I did, and yeah, just showing you guys how to do that. All right, got everything removed that we need to remove. Got the factory ECU out. Now we're gonna pull it off the gearbox here. Okay, so as far as setting up your bracket here, you wanna throw the tuner in place. It just slides up from the bottom, kind of snaps in at the top to make sure it's fully in, and then go ahead, put the cover on. All right, she's fully seated in there. That's that. All right, so throwing the air box back in. So just so you know, these two, you don't got to connect to nothing. That's just for programming and stuff if you need it. Just doing the main connector here. Make sure there's no dirt and whatnot in there. All right, that's in. Throw this down there. Now I'm going to leave this bottom cover off here just so I keep access to that tuner or that ECU while I'm setting it up. All right, everything's hooked up, tank's back on. Let's see what happens here, guys. All right, guys, new day here. We're gonna take the old girl for a rip, see what this Vortex can do. Now, this isn't my first ride with it. I actually have a good bit of time. Look at the sky, first of all. Or I think our storm's rolling in. There's actually a tornado warning. But sky looks sick right now. Anyway, so I actually have a good bit of time with the Vortex now. I took this thing to Hatfield McCoy with it on, and so I got a good amount of time on it, which is good because I can kind of give you guys the whole spiel on how I feel about it so far. One thing I'll say right off the bat is the top end of this thing is tremendously better, and I mean, like, it feels like I have another gear, you know what I mean? I remember I used to be in 5th gear, and I'd find myself trying to grab for another one. Now, man, I'm in 4th thinking I'm topped out, and then I find out I got another gear. does not pop at all anymore. And I don't have the AIS delete kit on. It's all stock, and this thing does not pop at all. Perfect. You can really, it's funny, I told people this since putting the Vortex on, you don't really realize not how bad the bike was running, but, well, it did kind of run, it didn't run the best, but you don't realize how much better and crisper your bike can run until you get something like this with that many more tuning options, and you can just clean it up so much more. I haven't been back in these trails in weeks, and we've definitely had a few storms, so might get a few surprises here. Still a little bit. Whoa! Look how much that freaking eroded out. Oh, she stalled. That reminds me. So, you know, you guys seen I was adjusting the TPS. I will say it's not. I need to go back and readjust it just a little bit. I think I got to knock it down maybe just 1 or 2 points, maybe up. I'm not sure, but it does, like at the low RPM like that, when I kind of slam on the brake and it drops RPM and I go to tap the throttle again, it'll cut out. It's that throttle position sensor. It just needs to be dialed in a little bit better, which I've yet to do that, but that's no biggie. But yeah, man, that's gonna suck for coming back the other way. It just feels like it doesn't drop power at all through the whole RPM range. Like it just does not stop pulling. I lost field privileges, as you guys can see, so we're working with just the trails, but I'll have to take it to the streets a little bit, because dude, I can freaking, before I had to like for road wheelies, I'd have to get down to 3rd gear, pop it up in 3rd. Dude, now with 4th gear I can pop it up. Makes it a lot easier. I don't have to slow down as much, and then I don't have to shift up through 4th and 5th. Boys, we got a storm of brewing. We're gonna have to go chase it down on the Raptor. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, wind's picking up, dude. Honestly, like summertime, right before a storm's about to hit, when the temperature drops, oh, that is prime time riding. Prime time. Oh boys, I feel rain. Alright, it actually might be time to get... Oh yeah, it's coming down. Oh yeah, it's coming down. Ah! Ah! It's coming! Oh! Well guys, that's going to be our Vortex install and review. You can see it turned out amazing. I'll catch you on the next one.